Hi guys, Brother Jay's Card Finds here. It was an interesting Saturday. Today's Sunday morning around just after 6 o'clock a.m. I want to get this video done early so I can go ahead and put all my cards away that I got yesterday. There were 2 card shows in my area, and I originally wanted to focus on the one that was closest to me, which was let me get my notes here because I didn't remember the names of these. It was the Boyertown American Legion Sports Card Show. It's in Boyertown. I'm right down the road from Boyertown. It's not long at all. And I figured I would go there. It started at 9 a.m. It was free to get in, which is always a plus. And figured I'd go check it out, see if it was good. I'd stay there for a while. If not, I would go to the second show, because the second show was quite a bit further away. It was in Whitehall, PA, which is basically Allentown area. And I do go to Allentown quite a bit, but again, it is quite a drive for me. It's between 30 and 40 miles, I believe. So it's quite a bit of a haul, but here's what happened. Let me put something up so you guys have something to look. Well, you got my background. I guess that's fine. Went to the Boyertown show, and I came in a little bit early. It was started at 9. I got there at 8:45, so I just went ahead. But there was already people coming in and out. So I went in, and it was terrible. There were literally, I believe there were 3 dealers that were set up, and a 4th was in the process. And 2 of those 3 dealers were Pokemon. The main guy that was set up, he had a lot of nice Mike. He was definitely a local Philly sports collector. He had a lot of nice Mike Schmidt cards. He had one deal that was really great. It was like a big long box of cards, all in top loaders. They were all Mike Schmidts. He had multiples of 75, 76, 74, 75, 76. All the early years of Mike Schmidt. Obviously no rookie in there, but the 74s are his second year, and those are nice cards. And he had all these cards, which I believe were about 150 for $50. That was a steal, but I already have all those cards. So I couldn't justify, and I had a budget of $110 yesterday. I couldn't justify spending almost half my budget on cards that I already had, even though it was a good deal. So I didn't buy that. I looked at some of the other stuff he had. I had a lot of Philly team. He had Sixers cards. He had Flyers hockey. He had Eagles. He had Phillies. He had everything. The only cards that I saw that I had some interest in, there was a Daryl Dawkins rookie, which I do not have, I don't believe. He had a price to 10 though, and that's more likely like a $5 card. So I passed on that. And that was about it. I mean, he had interesting cards, but they were all pretty high priced. I went over by the gentleman that was just getting set up, and it looked like he had sports cards. But number 1, it looked like it was all newer stuff. And number 2, he wasn't set up. And number 3, there were like 2 guys standing there waiting for him to finish setting up. And I was like, nah, not me. So I basically left, and I was out of there by 9 o'clock. Now you could say, oh, maybe the people came later, but I asked the main guy, who was the guy that had all the Philly stuff and all that. I said, are you expecting many more card dealers? And he said, to be honest with you, not really. We really didn't sell many tables. So, I mean, it was a first-time show, but it definitely was pretty much a bust. I would give them another chance if they had it again. But a lot of times when these places do really bad on their first time, they don't do it again. So actually, after I went there, I went to Jake's Flea Market because I was too early to go to the other show. The other show, which I'll mention the name of it now, it's called the Lehigh Valley Cards and Collectibles Show, Whitehall, PA. It was at the St. Luke's Sports Center, and there were 60-plus vendors there. They had, if you went at 10 o'clock, you had to pay $10 early bird, which you guys know how much I love that kind of stuff. And if you came at 11 o'clock, it was not even just $5, it was free. So when do you think I wanted to go? So I had to wait till 11 o'clock. So I actually had some other stuff I had to do, but then I went to Jake's for a little bit. And there was a gentleman there that I've dealt with at many of the local shows. And I asked him, I said, do you have your 74s with you? And he pulled them out. He had the regular 74s, which were like his mix of star cards and that kind of thing. And then he brought out his commons box. So I guess if you guys want to see these, we can show them. First of all, I'll show you all the ones that were from the traded set. So this is Bob Johnson. That was 50 cents. Kurt Bavacqua. That was 50. Tom Murphy from Milwaukee. That was 50. And this one, anything that was not sleeved was a quarter. So that's Fernando Gonzalez to the Royals. So those are from the traded set. So I don't need too many more of the traded ones. But I do need quite a few of these. Now, these are the ones from the regular set. That was a quarter. Bobby Floyd. This one, as you see, was $2. It was Nate Colbert, and it's the Washington National League variant. We had a checklist here, which he had marked at 3. Unmarked checklist, which are not that easy to come by all the time. Here is a 1973 Victory Leaders. That was a weird year that Wilbur Wood and some guy named Ron Bryant led the leagues in wins. That was 50 cents, as you can see on the sleeve, because they're both, common players pretty much. This is the Washington National League team card. It's funny because they have the Padres logo on the front, but that's it. That was $4. We got a John Milner for 50 cents. We got a Glenn Becker, if I can get it to focus. Washington National League variant, and that one was only $2, so that was pretty good. Those variants are actually kind of hard to come by, so I don't mind the price they pay for those. Sandy Alomar, 50 cents. Duke Sims, 50 cents. This is actually a San Diego one, so this is just a common. Rich Morales, 50 cents. I believe this is Jim Cott for $1. We got Wayne Garrett for a quarter. We got Mike Keegan for a quarter. We got Mickey Stanley for a quarter. We got Duffy Dyer for a quarter. We got Enzo Hernandez for a quarter. And we have Tommy Agee for 50 cents. So those are the cards I got from him. That ended up running me $18. I think it was 18 and a quarter. So he discounted me a whole quarter. Wow. I could have asked for a bigger discount, but I usually don't do that unless it's rare that I actually will ask for a discount. I normally just pay, the price that I'm willing to pay. So by that time it was about 10:30, I believe. So I got to the Allentown, the Lehigh Valley Cards and Collectibles show around 11:15. There's a bit of a walk to it because I guess there was a parking lot that was closer. I didn't try to go to that one. I probably could have. I go in there, and first person I see is Darren. I'm like, hey, and Darren asked me to. He kind of, I guess because the last couple of times I didn't buy anything from him, he was kind of really pushing to get me to. He said, "Oh, come around the back of the table. I'll have you sit back here, and you can look at this." And so he showed me these boxes. I went through a box. It was stuff that he hadn't marked, or he hadn't looked through yet. So, I would have had him price the things. He had what I thought was very interesting was a Karl Malone rookie card from 86-87 Fleer. I asked him, how much do you think you're looking for that? And he said $20. I was intrigued, but first of all, I couldn't check comps because for some reason the internet did not want to work in this building. It worked sporadically the rest of the day. I managed to get it to work a couple times, but around Darren's area, for some reason, it wouldn't work. I thought about it. I thought it was probably a good price, but then I looked at the card closely. The corners were all white, but the thing that was the killer is there was a stain on the back. I flipped it over and saw that. I was like, no, not paying $20 for that. Probably still a good price, but I mean, no, I couldn't do it. That time I didn't really end up buying anything. He actually, then he told me, oh, here's the the main baseball box for dollar cards. So I went through that a little bit. Found a few that were interesting, but nothing that really was screaming out to me. He told me that if I got 100 cards, it would be 50 cents a card. So basically I had to spend $50 to get them for 50 cents a card, which was fine. That's fine. At that point, though, I really had the urge. I mean, he kind of had grabbed a hold of me. Not really literally grabbed me, but it's like, oh, come on, sit down. And I was like, I really want to look around the show first before, because I mean, you never know. You might find somebody with a great bargain box or whatever. So I was like, Darren, I'm just gonna go look around, and I excused myself. Looked around, and I had already heard from when I was sitting at the table that the show was mostly Pokemon, and they were not kidding. It was probably at least 75% Pokemon. I was very disappointed in that. If I had paid $10 to get into that show and it was 75% Pokemon, I would have flipped out. Since it was free, I did not flip out. The first table, I went to a lot of different tables, and I just did not see anything that was a great deal. I finally found a table where there was all these people were circled around it, going through these black plastic bins, and I was like, there must be some good stuff there. So I made a note to come back to that. I finished looking at everything else. Did not really see anything. I think if I can find these. Let me see if I can find them here. Hold on. It might be a little tricky for me. Hold on. I have so much stuff here from other dealers that it might be a trick for me to find. Hold on. Just, if you guys can be you guys are always patient with me, so just give me just a little second here. I want to show you these in the order that I got them, because I do remember them. I'm just not seeing these. Let me just finish cycling through here. Where are these cards that I got from this dealer? I cannot find them to save my life. Alright, well, we're going to skip those for now, okay? Hopefully, once I go through these, I will definitely find them. I finally got into the dealer with the black bins. I found out what the deal was, and I'm going to put these here so you guys see what I got here. The deal was they were $1 a piece. There was another deal if you got, I don't know what it was. It was 20 for 15. If you got 35 cards, it was $20, which was the best deal price-wise. So I made it my decision that I was going to try my hardest to find 35 cards. However, there was only one bin that had baseball. There was multiple ones for football, at least 2 for basketball. I think there was even one for hockey, but baseball had one bin, which was kind of disappointing. But there was some good stuff in here. So some of the stuff is kind of borderline probably, but so just keep in mind that I paid $20 for 35 cards, which is, it's not quite 50 cents, but it's, it's low. Sorry, I'm not going to take the time to do the math right now. I really can't. So, all right, here's what I got. This is, I'm going to put up just because I'm already seeing a collection. Sorry, guys, I'm so far into this video, and I barely have shown you guys anything, but, all right. So, hopefully you can bear with me. All right. We got this is a Miguel Mendez, and it's a chrome snakeskin, or reptilian, excuse me. This is a Dylan Cruz Bowman Chrome rookie, and it's the Red Hot rookie. You see the red logo? He wasn't rookie of the year, but I mean, still. This is a Paul Goldschmidt from 2024, and it's I guess what they call wave refractor. Ken Griffey Jr., which I believe was from this year's, because this is a 1991 redo. It's chrome, and it's a mojo, as you can see. Jacob Mizorowski, I will always buy his rookies for $1 or less. Even the stupid stars of MLB. Jack Caglione. I don't know what this set is. You guys could tell me, I guess, but I'm not sure what it is. Mizorowski rookie. Bowman Mizorowski rookie. Another of those Jack Cagliones. Bryce Harper, again, this is just a refractor. It's not the mojo, but it is a refractor. Trey Savage, rookie. He's actually from Boyertown, which was interesting because they were pushing the dealer that had all the local cards had a ton of this guy's stuff. So I didn't buy any of it, but yeah, Trey Savage, rookie. Murakami, rookie. This card's kind of interesting. Past to present, you got Mike Schmidt. I can get it to focus. I believe the other one's Bryce Harper. Andrew Painter, Chrome rookie, top Phillies prospect. George Lombard, that's a prospect card, Mojo. This Bo Jackson's kind of cool. I can't say that I'm pretty sure I didn't have that. That's from one of those little sets. This is Shohei. That might be from that Shohei only set, I believe it might be. Junior Caminero, Future Stars, and it is a rookie. Did you see the rookie shield on there? There's a Griffey insert. It's called Diamond Standouts, and it's from Fleer, I believe from Ultra. No, I can't. Hold on. I cannot. Tradition. Okay, there you go. Now I made it out. Griffey, Dominators, not numbered. I don't think you expect to find a numbered card in there, but Ken Griffey Jr. Wonder Bread. I almost bought this at the One Reading show, but they wanted $3 for it, so I got it for $1. And this one actually looks like it's in nicer shape. This one I believe I may have. I believe this is Fleer Brilliance Griffey, but I'm going to take it for less than $1. Another Mizorowski and Stars of MLB rookie. This is one of those weird, I don't even know what they call this. What is it? Ticket to Stardom or something? Big Ticket Player it's called, I see. And that's a rookie. We got a Justin Crawford Topps Chrome rookie. Another Phillies top prospect. Another Mizorowski. Bryce Harper, this is a 2025. I guess that's just a foil. Nothing special. Another Mizorowski rookie. Another Mizorowski rookie. Another Mizorowski rookie. Another Mizorowski rookie. Again, from a set that I'm not sure what that is. Frank Thomas. It looks like a refractor type card. I don't know. I may have this. It's one of those ones where it says, there you go. See, class. I guess it's is it class 1 or class 2? I think it's class 1. So I don't know. That might be something. I might not have that. Here's a 72. 71 strikeout leaders with Tom Seaver and Fergie Jenkins. Bill Stoneman, too. And it looks like it's in real nice shape. I didn't take it out, but... here's a Jackson Churio, and that looks like a refractor. I think it may be. I'm not even sure what set that is. And then you have McCutcheon. Now, this one I'm pretty sure says refractor. Yeah, that's a refractor. So, all right. So, those cards, I believe that was 35. I didn't count them again just for you guys, but yeah, that should be 35. Then I go into Darren, and I decided I was going to take up the 100 card for $50 challenge. So let's just see if I can get through these pretty quick. And I haven't repackaged these, so some of them really probably not going to look the greatest, but I have to go through and redo everything. It's a Tom Watson golf rookie. These are all rookies, all these golf cards, so I'm not going to keep saying rookie. Curtis Strange. These are all from 1981 Donruss, so these are all considered rookies. Jerry Pate, Ben Crenshaw, Craig Stadler, Ray Floyd, Bruce Litsky, Bob Gilder, Tom Kite. This one's not even a sleeve. Johnny Miller, Hal Irwin, Lanny Watkins, and this is a Jerry Pate statistical leader. All right. Almost all those are Hall of Fame golfers. And the other ones are players I've heard of. I'm sure there was a lot of golf cards actually left in this box. Might have been close to a set. This is a reprint, obviously, but it's kind of a cool-looking reprint. I'm hoping that's part of the art there, whatever that thing is. Otherwise, that might be junk. But Big League Chewing Gum, it's obviously, it's a, what they call a Dover reprint, so... this is a Heritage Minor League of Nick Castellanos. Wide Earp Finest. And Elliot Ness Finest. AEW, and it's supposed to be a gold card of MJF. And this is of Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, if you remember from the WWF. Those are supposed to be gold. Here's Kamala. Medgar Evers, NAACP, and what does that say there? Field Secretary. Livy Dunn, Allen and Ginter. This is my first ever Sidney Crosby card. I understand he's supposed to be a very good player. I don't follow hockey well enough to know. It's definitely not a rookie, but I figured why not for 50 cents. Brian Pillman, that was around the time he was hurt with his cane and all that thing after he was Pillmanized. Katarina Witt, Titans, and it's 1 of 3,000. So that's one of those oddball, yeah, signature rookies. That's what I figured. There's a Ric Flair. Combat. Let's say Combat Anthology. That's a Panini. Combat Anthology. Never heard of that. All right, look, got a bunch of these, and I'm not even sure 100% what they are. But they're all apparently NBA Olympians. I have to look through these and see. I figured for 50 cents they were okay. I got more of those, so I will bring them up here. That was Magic Johnson, by the way. I didn't really say who that was. Sorry. Magic Johnson. We got, I believe that's Clyde Drexler. Karl Malone. No, I can't get the... That's Karl Malone. Patrick Ewing. Here's a Santa Claus. A deep yellow top loader needs to be replaced. But that's a Santa Claus card from... I believe it's from Pro Set. Joe Jackson, Cracker Jack reprint. I don't know if that's another Dover reprint. Yeah, it is. Here's a Chase DeLauder Unleashed rookie. Here's a Roki Sasaki. That's a rookie debut. I don't believe I had that card, but here's a Manny for my any Indians fans that I have. Power Elite Home Run Heroes. Nice and shiny. It's not numbered, but it's a very cool looking card. So here's a Matt Williams. This is a metal fighting a spider or something. That's kind of unique. Cal Ripken. I think that this is from Skybox Dominion. I think it's an insert, but there's a number, I believe, 18. I think there must be a highlight set or something. This is what? Bagwell 81 Mojo. I believe that's an Otis Anderson rookie year card. It's not his actual rookie. They had that. I've seen that at the show, but I already have it. But this one I didn't have. For 50 cents, I thought I would. A Steve Largent. I'm not sure what year that is. You guys can take a look. Ed Too Tall Jones. So, I double-checked some of those to make sure they weren't too beat up. Let's see. I'll even show you this one. Well, no, I'll do that at the end. Hold on. Alright, let's see what else we have here. You gotta remember, I got 100 cards. Alright, here we go. These are the ones that I was wondering about. We'll show you those later, though, now that I'm already into Darren. This very miscut Robin Yount. It was in a card saver, so I took it out of there. I'm going to have to put it in something else. It's definitely not... It's seen better days, but I figured for 50 cents, why not? Let's see what else we have here. Let me shove some of that to the side. We got a 83 Donruss Robin Yount. We got an 83 Donruss Ozzie Smith. Those were also in the card savers, and I removed them. M&M's Ryan Sandberg. I'm not sure what year that is. Can you guys make that out? Let me pull it close so I can see. So it's apparently an 87. I may or may not have that. Here's a Trevor Story Bowman Chrome rookie. Pretty sure I didn't have that. This here, I'm really questioning this one. This is definitely a Chrome rookie of George Springer. That I'm thinking might be an image variation, because anytime I see a weird picture like that, I figure it's maybe an image variation. Maybe it's a short print or something. Rusty Staub, I believe this is that Milton Bradley. I believe it's probably in rough shape. I got to take it out and look at it. I just went ahead and bought it, though. This is a couple players from the Brewers I have never heard of. Peter Strzelecki and Jason Alexander. I bought it because it is, I believe, what they call a Mother's Day variant. And it was 49 out of 50. Here is a Vladimir Guerrero minted rookies, even though it's obviously not a rookie. Here's another Vlad. This is a e-ticket from Skybox. Vlad Guerrero. Here's a Jeter. That's from, I believe, Team Set. So it seemed like it would be hard enough to come by. Here's a Mariano Rivera. I believe that's a signature series from Leaf. Nothing special, but, you know, Mariano Rivera. Here's a Glenn Robinson. This is a Topps Rookie Picks. I'm not sure what set that's from. It looks like it would be a Stadium Club, I would guess. But it's like a chrome type card. Yeah, it's Stadium Club right there. I just seen that. 89 redo on Robin Yount. Here's a Dylan Cruz rookie. We're still going here. Let's see where else. Oh, we still the pile's down here. Hold on. Here is a Jackson Churio rookie from Select. Remember, these are all 50 cents. Yamamoto Bowman paper rookie. Pete Crow Armstrong paper rookie Bowman. Here's an 85 Topps Eric Davis. Here's a Ric Flair WCW early card. Rick on white. There's another one here, which is Mr. Lex Luger, U.S. Heavyweight Champion. This card, I have no idea what the hell this is. Excuse my language. Don Mattingly, first base. Here's the back. That thing there, whatever that is, MBC, must be whatever it is. It's licensed because it has the MLB logo on it. Apparently it is from 93. So I need to look at it. Darren had a whole bunch of those. I just bought one because I wanted to have, since it was something unusual. This, I believe, is an insert set from Stadium Club. It's called Never Compromise. This is the Larry Walker. I'll show you later on another one that I have. Here's a Kellogg's Raleigh Fingers. Don't believe I had that. Obviously with the lenticular deal. This one was kind of surprising that it was just in there raw. So this is a Maury Wills. The back is very dirty, as you can see, stained up. But for 50 cents, why not? Obviously, I don't need that for my decal set, but here is a Jackson Churio. This is just a yellow. I believe this is from last year's Donruss. So it's not a rookie or anything. This is a rookie. This is a 1990 James Wood redo. Rookie year. This one here, I don't like these cards at all. I think the art is terrible. I wouldn't have bought it except it's a silver signature, as you can see there. So this one's pretty neat. This is James Wood and Dylan Cruz on the same card. I don't believe it's rookie year. I think it's probably more this year. It could be rookie year. I have to look. I'm not sure if their rookie year is... Yeah, I think their rookie year is 2025. That's probably a rookie year card. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just put a rookie shield on it. This, I believe, is a MVP. I'm not sure. Some kind of surge. Power Surge, I believe that says. And this is a Jim Rice card. So, Jim Rice. Jerry Rice. Excuse me, guys. Maybe I shouldn't have this card if I can't get his name right. This one's interesting. This is a Mike Mamula, who I believe was with the Eagles. It says Eagles on there. It's a printer's proof. It's from Classic. It's NFL Draft, I guess. First round pick. But it's like the fact that it's die cut as well. I figured why not. So here's a Frank Thomas. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. It's Fleer Tradition. Very late in the Fleer Tradition game. 2004. Here's a Garbage Pail Kid. Willie Wipeout. Here's an Ankiel. This is pretty sure this is not rookie year, but it's a neat die cut card. I don't know if I have it. I may already have it. I do have a lot of Ankiel stuff. And here's a Manny. I don't even know what this set is. I saw he had a whole bunch of these. This is the only guy I wanted. Almost looks like snakeskin. It's something OG. Probably own the game or something. Who knows? You know how they have all this oddball stuff. All right, we still got some more stuff from Darren. And then I have just a few more things to show you. I know we're at a half an hour, so I'll apologize. I'm not going to stop the video, though, because I'm almost done. Derek Jeter, Top Stadium Club. Zach Veen, rookie from last year, I guess, 1990. Redo. Pete and repeat. So that would be, I believe, the first appearance of Pete Rose Jr. That's his rookie card. Nah, not really, because when he was a kid. Here's a Colin Kaepernick rookie. I don't know that I've ever had any of those. There's the rookie shield. I covered it with my thumb. Here's a McGuire Premium Power, and that's from Collector's Choice. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that. Logan Henderson, Chrome rookie. He's having a good year. He really is for the Brewers. So, since he's a Brewer. Here's a Kiss card. Any guys like Kiss? I was a big Kiss fan when I was a kid. I don't have any of the other Kiss cards, but this one looked kind of clean. 50 cents. I figured, why not? Here's a Nomo rookie I don't think I had. Sports Flick. This is 95, so it's definitely a rookie. The stats that are on the back are from, I believe, from Japan. Yep. This is one I needed for my 90 Leaf set, Steve Avery. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought that, obviously, but I needed it for my set. I believe this is an 87 Jim McMahon. I don't think I had that. Here is a couple more of those Trey Savage. And they're the Bowman rookies. He had those for 50 cents. A local guy, so I bought it. Another Jerry Rice. And I think if I remember right, this said something about it being... I think it said something about it being like a prototype or something. Preview. So that's kind of cool. That might be something. It's 27 out of 30. Here's the Jerry Rice. This is from the legendary 89 score set. Not the supplemental. So I thought that was cool. This is really neat. I like this one. Buck Leonard. Homestead Grays. Front row. And, oh, don't do that. Sorry, guys. I end up dinging the thing. Promo. It's not sleeves, so hopefully I didn't just ding it now. But yeah, that's very cool. Charlie Condon, that's a Chrome Prospect card. We got another, I'm very invested in this guy. This is Mike Sirota, Bowman Chrome rookie. Bowman, excuse me, first Bowman Chrome. Sorry, guys. And I have a lot of his cards, actually. So I like the fact that he was traded for Gavin Lux even up. I figured that meant that he was, and the Dodgers got him. I don't know what he's doing in the minors, but I'm definitely heavily invested in him. So here's that other Never Compromise. This is Bagwell. I need to take it out of this. One of these weird hard cases. Probably just going to toss that. Here's a Gary Sheffield Pinnacle Mint, and it has the coin in it. So why not? Couple rookies of Almost. So they were making, there was a big deal. I don't know if they're still using him too much right now, but I'd have to look into that. But yeah, those are both rookies. So we bought those. This is one of those marquee matchups. It's Hanley versus Pedro. They're nice and shiny. And it's a Pedro, so I'm adding it to my Pedro collection. To insert, excuse me. Here is a Roger Clemens Strikeout Kings. It shows the different grips that he can use. So that's pretty cool. That's an insert. And one more from Darren. Oh, a couple. Actually, one more. Here's a James Wood. I think I probably already have this, but I don't mind having it again. I'm very into James Wood. He also had 1, 2, 3, 4 top loaders. 4 packs of top loaders, 25 count. So 100 top loaders for $10. So I thought that was a good deal. And as I was walking off and getting ready to leave the show, he said, "Here, Joe, take this too." And he gave me this. This was one of the cards that was in the box that he didn't have priced. I was going to buy it, but then I looked at the condition. The corners were a little rough. I figured he'd probably want to charge me a couple bucks. I didn't want to pay a couple bucks for one that has worn corners. But for free, I'm more than happy to add it to my set. So there you go. 4 more cards, 2 different sellers, and then I'm out. These are ones that actually I went to before Darren. We have 2 more 74s. We have a Jim Palmer for 4. And this was in the dollar box. Reggie and Willie. The corner's a little dinged up, but otherwise, for $1, I'll take it for the set. I'm going to try to work on that corner a little more. And then another seller, he had a card he wanted to sell me. It was a Jackson Churio numbered Bowman. It was a prospect card, or it might have been a regular year card, but I think it was a prospect. He wanted $25 for that, and he said if I bought this one and that one, he would do $25 still. I didn't want to pay $25 for a card that wasn't like a rookie or first. The thing that was neat about it, I think it was numbered to 150, and it was number 150, so it was 150 out of 150. So I don't know. I'm thinking that probably does add a premium. So it probably was a good price, but I just didn't want to spend that money. This one, I believe, it says on the back is from the complete sets. I've never seen it, so I asked him how much he wanted for that, and that was $2. So I was happy to pay $2 for that. And then I think this Mizorowski, this is pro debut. And I'm really not sure what year. Let me see. It's a 23. And I think that was $3. So that's it. Sorry the video went 36 minutes, but hopefully some of you guys hung in there. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.